Good morning, one and all. I am Dr. Archana Mankar.
I'm Dr. Anup Mule.
It is our honor to welcome you all on the occasion of International Conference on Sustainable Business Practices in the Age of Digital Transformation, a step towards Vikasit Bharat at 2047. In the first place, on behalf of Faculty of Commerce and Management, Sanjay Ghodabat University, Kolhapur, we welcome today's chief guest, Honorable Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe sir, guest of honor, Honorable Anish Kumar sir, and keynote speaker Dr. Bhanu Chaudhary sir. We also welcome our trustee Honorable Shri Vinayak Bhosle Sirji. We welcome our visionary Vice Chancellor Professor Uddhav Bhosle Sir. We welcome Dr. Vivek Kayande Sir, Registrar Sanjay Ghodabat University, Kolhapur. Dr. S. Gomti Madam, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management. Head of the Department of Management, Dr. Vilas Balgaonkar Sir. Okay. A warm welcome to faculty members, researchers, and students seated off the dais. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment to the most defining challenges of our century. I once again welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of this international conference.
Every great endeavor is built upon foundation of strong values and selfless sacrifice. As we begin this international summit, we wish to pause and look back at our roots with veneration. I request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed to venerate Father and Mother of Honorable Chairman and Saraswati Pujan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Respect is the highest form of appreciation. I now request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Uddhav Bhosle, sir, to formally welcome our chief guest, Honorable Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe, sir, with a token of our gratitude. I again request VC sir to felicitate the guest of honor, Honorable Dr. Anish Kumar sir. Again, I request you, sir, to felicitate Dr. Bhanu Chaudhary, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Head of the Department of Management, Dr. Vilas Balgaonkar, sir, to felicitate Honorable Shri Vinayakji Bhosle, sir. I request Palgaonkar, sir, to felicitate Registrar, sir.
Thank you, sir. I request all dignitaries to inaugurate the souvenir now. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this conference reflects the most defining challenge of the 21st century, the balance. For years, digital was about speed and sustainability was about caution. Today, they are two sides of the same coin. As we aim for the vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047, the businesses that thrive will be those that use digital transformation not just for profit but for purpose. This conference is our humble attempt to bring together the brightest minds to decode this synergy. To share the specific objectives and the vision behind this gathering, I now invite the HOD of Management and the convener of this conference, Dr. Vilas Balgaonkar, to set the context for us. Sir, the floor is yours.
Good morning, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabudhe sir, Dr. Anish Kumar sir, Dr. Bhanu Pratap Chaudhary sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Uddhavji Bhosle sir, our beloved trustee, Sri Vinayakji Bhosle sir, Registrar Vivekji Kainde sir, our Dean, Dr. Gomti ma'am, and my dear students, my colleagues, welcome once again for this particular conference. On the behalf of Faculty of Commerce and Management, Sanjay Ghodawat University, Kolhapur, it gives me immense pleasure to honor to welcome you all in this 2 days international conference on the theme Sustainable Business Practices in the Age of Digital Transformation, a Step Towards Viksit Bharat 2047. Dr. Vilas Balgaonkar, as a convener of this conference, feel truly privileged to address this distinguished gathering of academicians, researchers, industry experts, scholars, and students who joined us from different parts of the country and abroad also. Your presence adds great value to this academic platform and reflects a shared commitment towards knowledge, creation, innovation, and sustainable development. In today's rapidly evolving business environment, digital transformation has become driving force reshaping organization, markets, and societies. At the same time, sustainability has emerged as critical responsibility for a business to ensure inclusive growth, ethical practices, and long-term value creation. Over the next 2 days, we will witness insightful keynote addresses, throughout-provoking technical sessions, and quality research presentations. These sessions aim to encourage meaningful discussion, exchange of ideas, and collaborative learning. I am confident that the deliberation during this conference will generate valuable insight, practical implications, and future research directions that will benefit academia, industry, and policy makers. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and wish you productive, enrichment, and memorable conference experience. Near about 135 research papers we received for this conference, and conference we received from all over India, and 7 papers are from abroad also. Keynote speakers we received, we invited from abroad also. And once again, welcome to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. S. Gomti Madam to share her thoughts.
Good morning to you all. Respected chief guest, esteemed patrons, our trustee sir, Vinayak Bhosle sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Uddhav Bhosle sir, Registrar sir, and distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Vinay, former Member of Parliament, Dr. Anish, with versatile experience we have today, and Dr. Banu Chaudhary sir, Emeritus Professor from Texas, members of the advisory board, industry experts, esteemed academicians, faculty members, researchers, delegates from India and abroad, organizing committee members, and dear students. It gives me immense pleasure and a deep sense of pride as a Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management, Sanjay Godawat University, to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you all to this conference on sustainable business practices in the age of digital transformation, a step towards Viksit Bharat 2047. At the outset, I take this opportunity to felicitate our distinguished chief guest, eminent keynote speakers, and respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, whose presence has added value and global stature to this conference. We are truly honored by your willingness to share your insights, experience, and thought leadership with our academic community. In today's rapidly evolving world, digital transformation and sustainability are no longer parallel concepts. They are deeply interconnected imperatives. As India marches towards the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, higher education institutions have a critical responsibility to nurture responsible leaders, ethical enterprises, and technology-driven yet human-centric models. This conference is a timely academic initiative that addresses this very convergence. With over 130 research papers, presentations, insightful keynote sessions, panel discussions, and multidisciplinary tracks covering marketing, human resource, finance, IT, and sustainability. This conference provides a global platform for knowledge exchange, innovation, and collaboration. The hybrid mode of participation further reflects our commitment to inclusivity and digital outreach. At Sanjay Godawat University, we firmly believe that education must go beyond the classroom, fostering research excellence, industry relevance, and societal impact. This conference exemplifies our mission to align academic inquiry with national priorities and sustainable development goals and global best practices. I congratulate the convener, co-convener, organizing committee, faculty members, research scholars, and student volunteers for this dedication and meticulous efforts in organizing this prestigious event. I also appreciate the active participation of industry partners and academic institutions who have strengthened this initiative with knowledge where and when knowledge is guided by purpose and innovation is anchored in values, nations transforms. As India advances towards the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, forums like this international conference becomes a powerful catalyst in shaping sustainable, inclusive, and digitally empowered future. I am confident that deliberations over the next 2 days will generate actionable insights, meaningful collaborations, and future-oriented research, contributing significantly to sustainable business ecosystem and national development. With these words, I once again welcome you all to this conference and wish this conference a grand success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, madam. Our university has always been a beacon of innovation under the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Uddhav Bhosle, sir. I would like to invite you, sir, to guide us.
Very good morning to one and all. The dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. Very good morning and warm welcome for the inaugural function of this international conference organized by the Department of Management Study of these universities. Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Trustee Sri Vinayakji Bhosle, the chief guest for this today's function, Honorable Sri Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe, Dr. Anish Kumar, Dr. Bhanu Chaudhary, Dean, Head of the Department, Dr. Kayande, of the dais, participants from different institutions, industry partners, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest of this today's function, Sri Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe, for accepting our invitation and to address this august gathering today. At the same time, I also thank Dr. Anish Kumar, Dr. Bhanu Chaudhary ji for accepting our invitation. I also welcome each and everyone in this august gathering today. In the today's rapidly changing environment, digital transformation is no longer a choice, but it is a necessity. Necessity not only for academic institution, the necessity for all the institutions that we have today. This is important for social system, this is important for financial system, this is equally important even today for the political system too. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain, automation are redefining the way the business operate, compete and create the values. However, we must take the advantage of these technologies, but at the same time, we must think over the sustainability, ethics, and the social responsibility associated with the technology that we are using today. The vision of Viksit Bharat is not limited to only the economical context, or it is not limited only to the economical or financial conditions of the country or in the individual one. It envisioned a nation that is technologically advanced and environmentally responsible, socially inclusive, and ethically grounded. Sustainable business practices play a very, very crucial role in today's context. In my view, for a Bharat to be an Vikasit, every individual, organization, institutions must become Vikasit. The definition of Vikasit has evolved over a time. A few decades ago, the nations with military or muscle power were considered to be developed or the Vikasit. In today's context, according to me, however, the countries with strong educational systems, sound financial institutions, innovation capacity, and technology leaderships are regarded as truly the developed countries or truly developed Vikasit countries. In this context, universities shall be considered as a Vikasit when they excel in academics, research, innovation, invention, technology development, the technology transfer, and the international collaboration. Therefore, it is essential for every educational institution to strive for excellence in the development of institution, and I feel the development of institutional directly contribute to the development of this nation. In the 21st century is often referred as the century of India. Just as 19th and 20th century were associated with United Kingdom and the United States respectively. With this large and dynamic young population, India must take proactive initiative to realize a dream of Vikasit Bharat. In this journey, the business must evolve beyond profit-centric model and adopt the strategies that ensure long-living creation for society, stakeholder, and the future generation. This conference will definitely provide an excellent opportunity for academicians, industry, policymakers, and young researchers to come together, exchange ideas, and present innovative research and explore the practical solutions to these exemplary challenges that everyone is facing today. With this, once again, I congratulate each and everyone for this conference. I, on my own behalf, again on the behalf of our university, also warmly welcome and thank dignitaries on the dais for sparing their valuable time and to be present among this august gathering today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our trustee, sir, Shri Vinayak Ji Bhosle, sir, to share his valuable thoughts. Now I request my colleague, Mr. Now I request Mr. Jagtap sir, my colleague Dr. Jagtap sir, to introduce Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe sir.
Good morning all. It is my privilege to welcome among us today a man who wears many hats with equal grace is Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe sir. Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe sir holds a doctorate in politics from the University of Mumbai. Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabuddhe sir is a distinguished former member of Parliament representing Maharashtra. He is widely recognized as an intellectual activist, someone who bridges the gap between grassroots of politics and academic research. He is a prolific writer and columnist. His notable book, Beyond a Billion Ballots, offers a deep dive into the challenges of Indian democracy and suggests systematic reforms for the better governance. His work primarily revolves around democratic governance, institutional development, and the role of voluntary organization in nation building. He recently served as the president of Indian Council of Culture Relations, where he was instrumental in promoting India's soft power and culture diplomacy globally. Under his leadership at ICCR, he pushed for Destination India for foreign students and worked to utilize the celebration of International Yoga Day and Indian crafts worldwide. Dr. Sahasrabudhe sir is a Director General of Rambau Mahalangi Prabodhini for over 25 years. He has been a driving force behind Rambau Mahalangi Prabodhini, which is South Asia's only training and research academy for elected representatives and social activities. He has been a vocal advocate for electoral reforms and strengthening the parliamentary institutions. A scholar politician in a truest sense, Dr. Sahasrabudhe sir has spent decades at the interaction of policy and practice, whether as a member of parliament, the former president of ICCR, or the visionary leader of Rambau Mahalangi Prabodhini. His mission has always been to evaluate the quality of public life in India. Known for his deep intellectual rigor and his commitment to India's culture heritage, he has been a key voice in shaping how India projects itself to the world. So please join me in welcoming a thinker, a author, and a dedicated servant of the nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Vinayji Sahasrabudhe sir to grace the podium and share your vision with us.
व्यासपीठावरील सर्व मान्यवर, विद्यापीठाचे सन्माननीय कुलगुरू, सर्व मुख्य अतिथी, व्यवस्थापनाशी संबंधित विश्वस्त, या व्यवस्थापनशास्त्र विभागाचे प्रमुख आणि आपण सर्व उपस्थित विद्यार्थी, प्राध्यापक बंधू आणि भगिनींनो, हा संबंध आंतरराष्ट्रीय सेमिनार आहे, पण मी या सेमिनारचं उद्घाटन झालं हे मराठीत जाहीर करतोय. याचं कारण मराठी ही देखील आंतरराष्ट्रीय भाषा आहे. जवळजवळ 22 देशांमध्ये मराठी विद्यालयं चालतात. त्यामुळे लेट अस नॉट कन्सिडर मराठी कन्फाइंड ओनली टू महाराष्ट्र. अँड देअरफॉर it is also pertinent to note that we are talking about sustainability, and language would sustain only if they are put to use. आणि त्यामुळे मराठीचा वापर करणं, मराठी म्हणजे केवळ मराठी नाही, हिंदी, इंग्रजी, जी कोणती आपली भाषा असेल, मातृभाषा असेल, बिकॉज आय नीड नॉट एक्सप्लेन टू माय इंटरनॅशनल participants who have joined, I am told, online, that had this seminar been happening in, let's say, Paris, the declaration could have perhaps been in French, or maybe in Moscow, then it could have been in Russian. So why, when a seminar is happening here in Kolhapur, it should not be in Marathi? त्यामुळे मला असं वाटतं की सस्टेनेबिलिटीचा प्रारंभ हा स्वबोधातून होतो, आणि स्वबोधामध्ये स्वभाषा, स्वभूषा आणि आपली स्वभूमी आणि स्वधर्म या सगळ्याचं महत्त्व आहे. त्या स्वला समर्पित असा हा सस्टेनेबिलिटीचा म्हणजे धारणक्षमतेचा म्हणजे टिकून राहण्याचा विषय आहे. आणि त्या विषयावरच्या या एका महत्त्वपूर्ण चर्चासत्राचं उद्घाटन झालं आहे असं मी जाहीर करतो. माझं जे कीनोट ॲड्रेस या पद्धतीचं भाषण आहे ते मी नंतर करीन. आय डिक्लेअर द कॉन्फरन्स ओपन. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
Thank you, sir. Now I request my colleague Mr. Prashant Kumar sir to introduce Dr. Anish Kumar.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and a pleasure to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker for today. Dr. Anish Kumar brings with him over 3.5 decades of rich international experience in banking, finance, and strategic leadership, an illustrious career that has not only mirrored India's financial evolution in a global context, but has also helped shape it. He is currently served as a strategic advisory to Axis Trustee Service Limited and as a non-executive director across a diverse range of sectors, including NBFCs, logistics, asset reconstructions, securities trading, hospital management, and infrastructure-linked businesses. In these roles, his work focuses on governance framework, risk oversight, sustainable finance, and long-term value creation area that are increasingly critical in today's complex financial environment. A defining chapter of Dr. Kumar's career was his 24 years tenure with the Bank of New York Mellon, where he served as a managing director and country manager for India. In this capacity, he led large and complex banking operations spanning corporate trust, corporate banking, cash management, treasury, trade finance, exim financing, retail lending, risk management, and product development, working closely with global stakeholders, multinational clients, and regulations. Academically, Dr. Kumar's credentials are equally impressive. He holds 2 MBAs, has undergone formal training in corporate law, and earned his doctorate in the United States. He also possessed specialized expertise in aviation finance and aircraft leasing, particularly in complex, cross-border, and structured finance environments. Beyond industry, Dr. Kumar is deeply engaged with academics. He served as a guest faculty at the Reserve Bank of India's College of Banking Supervision, is a visiting faculty at the universities in India and overseas, and is an active contribution to Academics Council. He is also a prolific writer and speaker on subjects such as finance, risk management, corporate governance, and digital transformation. Above all, Dr. Kumar is known for his commitment to building militant institutions and mentoring the next generation of global leaders, a quality that truly distinguishes him. Please join me in extending a warm and enthusiastic welcome to our keynote speaker, Dr. Anish Kumar. Thank you.
Before I say even good morning, I should say a thank you to Prashant Kumar. Had my wife been here in the audience, she would have been far more impressed than anyone else. Well, he spoke so much on me because my inaugural address is much shorter than what he spoke about me. I'm sorry for that, but then yes. Good morning, everyone. Respected Vinayji Sahasrabudhe, Mr. Bosley, this Vice Chancellor, Trustee, Mr. Nada Bosley, and Vinayaka and all the other men, including Srimati Gomati, all the other people who are gathered here. Good morning again to every one of you. And before I start even saying something, in last 3 days, something that happened, I want you to bring it to your attention. How there is a contrast in understanding of this very theme that we are discussing today. 3 days ago, I was coming from Sydney. I took a flight to Malaysia to Dubai, and there was a guy who was sitting with me, and he was a professor. And amongst all other stuff, we started talking of sustainability. He said, "Well, yes, we teach this from class 4." From class 4, and there's a befitting example to that. When I was in Dubai developing the presentation for the keynote address, I have my grandson who's 11 years old. He studies in Australia, and he came to me and asked me, "Hey, Poppy, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm preparing a presentation." He said, "For what?" I said, "I'm doing a talk on business sustainability. And you are using deep blue color? No way. You should be using earthly colors for that." Look at the understanding of that boy. And yesterday on my flight, I had a co-passenger, and I'm a very chatty person. I keep talking to everyone I meet because we tend to learn something from people. So this man was going to Miraj, and he was an investment banker going in search of some private equity in Miraj, talking to someone. And he asked me, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm going to Kolhapur for some talk. He said, what about this? Business sustainability and in the digital era. Yeah, I've heard something that Modi spoke about this, Vikasit Bharat and stuff like that. Look at the contrast of understanding between an 11-year-old boy, a professor, and our own persons here. This all says about how well we read. How many of you knew when this was announced? Viksit Bharat at 2047. I'm sure 90% of you don't know. Let me start from there. It was December 11, 2023. When Modi ji declared at the behest of university and academicians, they said they want the students to contribute to the growth of India. And that's how Viksit Bharat came. That's why you guys sitting here are very, very important in developing India or Viksit Bharat at 47, because he speaks extensively on the voice of the youth. We are not youth. You are the only guys who are going to see 2047. I'm not sure. So, the idea is, don't forget this 2 days. It should be a learning for each of you today. So, I'm very happy to be here and very happy to be speaking to each of you here. And as you are all preparing to develop your careers, you are surrounded by the digital transformation, which is at the fastest today. And 26 to 28 will be another round of AI intervention, which will change every damn thing in the world, the way you look at, the way you, and if you don't embrace AI, whether you're studying history, economics, geography, politics, maths, anything, you are left in the lurch. I'm very careful by saying that people who know AI will take away your jobs. AI by itself will not take away your jobs. So when there is such a speed, there are so many things happening around us with such a speed. There is the world that is throwing two questions at us. One, are you going to sacrifice your values by depending on the speed? And the second question they're asking is, are you going to forget the society and respect the people around you and your environment with the technology development that is happening? The answer should be no to both. Right? So, how many of you have looked at your watch in last 10 minutes? Don't have to raise your hand. I know all of you would have looked at it. Yaar, 10 baje hua, chalu nahi hua. At least one person, right? So, the watches have become smarter. Apps have become smarter. The systems have become even more smarter. What is not getting smart is we are not doing smart thinking. Without thinking, if there is a technology that is around you, it's worthless. So today, the relevance of this seminar is paramount as you guys think of building your career. Today and tomorrow, what you learn should be forcing you to make certain choices for the future. And India can't be built only on talks like this or only on policies. And let me tell you, New Delhi is not going to build this. It is going to be built by you guys, our society, our employees, our industrialists, and our people. New Delhi only will create a policy for you guys. And I would urge every university to make sure that they have a course for BSBR in every college, because that's a must, because otherwise we will not hit the button which can trigger the development towards Viksit Bharat 87. Since I mentioned that it was universities and academicians which they discussed with our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, and then he and his team came up with the Viksit Bharat 27. Today, I must say, universities have a larger role to play. University should not only be giving you education, it should sharpen your thinking and the thinking for the future and the thinking for the country. Right? And to that extent, I must tell you that Sanjay Godavat University is sending a very strong message across to the whole country by engaging in this kind of conferences. what they're trying to say is that, look, it's not the degrees that we provide or jobs that we provide. What we are trying to build is a character in our students, the character that will take India to the next level. Today, our GDP growth is roughly about, they're forecasting 25-26 to be about 7.6% from 6.5%. And we are looking at almost touching $4 trillion in GDP. And we are aiming at 2029, we should be roughly about 5 trillion. And 2035, we should be about 10 trillion. Imagine the growth. The whole world is looking at India. So it is incumbent upon us, all of us sitting here, that you shall not forget the learnings of these 2 days. You shall learn technology, use technology to the benefit of the society, benefit of the academician, and others, and yourself. Don't forget yourself. So each of you have a role to play. And we can't build without an ambition, intent, or inclusion and accountability. Have that sense of responsibility and accountability as you pass your next years building a career for yourself. Make sure nation is at the front. We all have responsibility towards building Viksit Bharat at 2047. It's not Honorable Prime Minister's goal alone. It's every one of us. With that said, thank you very much. I'll be coming back to the podium with a little more of stories to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Honorable Vinayakji Bhosle, sir, to address the gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow delegates. Today's chief guest, Vinayji Sahasrabudhe sir, Dr. Anish Kumar, Dr. Bhanu Pratap, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Uddhav Bhosle sir, Registrar Vivek Kayande sir, MBA Dean, non-teaching, teaching staff, and all participants. First of all, I congratulate Dr. Uddhav Bhosle sir and his team for organizing this conference on sustainable business practices in age of digital transformation towards Vikasit Bharat 2047. As we gather here today to discuss sustainable business practices in the age of digital transformation, I am reminded of the immense potential that lies ahead for India. With Viksit Bharat 2047 on the horizon, our focus must be shift towards creating a future that's both prosperous and sustainable. Digital transformations offers outstanding opportunities for businesses to innovate, scale, and reduce their environmental footprint. By using technology like AI, IoT, and blockchain, we can optimize resources, minimize waste, and create products and services that are both eco-friendly and economical viable. However, this journey requires collaboration, innovation, and commitment to sustainability. We must focus on circular economy models, invest in renewable energy, and upskill our workforce to thrive in rapidly changing landscape. As we are on journey towards Vikasit Bharat 2047, let's harness the power of digital transformation to create businesses that are not only sustainable, but the promoters of inclusive growth. Together we can shape future that's both digitally empowered and environmentally conscious. Vinayji sir, when I speak in English, my brain works. And when I speak in Hindi and Marathi, my heart works. So I speak in some points in Hindi and Marathi. जिस देश में लॉजिक के ऊपर ज़्यादा ध्यान देते हैं उधर साइंटिस्ट बनते हैं, और जिस देश में मैजिक के ऊपर ज़्यादा ध्यान देते हैं उधर महाराज बनते हैं.
तो विकसित भारत करना है तो लॉजिक के ऊपर ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए, तभी हम साइंटिस्ट और बेस्ट प्रोफेशनल्स तैयार करेंगे, ये मेरा कहना है। और ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड CAR, चेंज, एक्सेप्ट एंड राइज। जो भी चेंज है वो चेंज हम एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए और राइज होना चाहिए। इसके लिए एक मैं उदाहरण देना चाहता हूँ, एक एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ आपको। नोकिया है या कोडैक है, वो चेंज नहीं हुए। सैमसंग चेंज हो गया, तो सैमसंग का जो रेवोल्यूशन हुआ वो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टंट है। आणि असं म्हटलं जातं की जगानं वेड्यात काढलेली माणसं ही पुस्तकाच्या धड्यात सापडतात। त्यामुळे तुम्हाला कितीही वेड्यात काढून देत चांगल्या कामासाठी, तर अजिबात तुम्ही घाबरून जाऊ नका, कारण तुम्ही कुठल्या तरी पुस्तकाच्या धड्यात याल, ह्यात तीळ मात्र शंका नाही। कुछ लोग मिलकर बदल जाते हैं और कुछ लोगों से मिलकर जिंदगी बदल जाती है। तो ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस है, ये कॉन्फ्रेंस में हम अलग अलग लोगों को मिलते हैं, अलग अलग लोगों के साथ बात करते हैं, इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, आइडियाज शेयर करते हैं और उसके हिसाब के साथ हम आगे जाके काम करते हैं। मैं ऐसे बोलना चाहता हूँ कि आपके पास 10 रुपये है और मेरे पास 10 रुपये है, हम एक में को शेयर करेंगे तो आपके पास भी 10 रुपये रहेंगे और मेरे पास भी 10 रुपये रहेंगे। लेकिन सपोज़ आपके पास 2 आइडियाज़ है और मेरे पास 2 आइडियाज़ है, हम एक साथ बांटेंगे तो आपके पास 4 आइडियाज़ हो जाएंगे और मेरे पास 4 आइडियाज़ हो जाएंगे। तो रियल जो आप इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस से ऑर्गेनाइज़ किया है, जो भी आइडियाज़ शेयर करेंगे, जो भी बात करेंगे, जो भी आपका इंटरेक्शन हो जाएगा, तो वो विकसित भारत के लिए उपयोगी हो जाएगा या यूज़फुल हो जाएगा, ऐसा मेरा कहना है। अभी अभी अनीश कुमार सर ने बोला कि वाइफ के बारे में, जब हम जन्म लेते हैं तो हम माँ बाप का सुनते हैं, जैसे हम स्कूल या कॉलेज में आते हैं तब आप टीचर का सुनते हैं, जैसे आपका शादी होता है तो आपको वाइफ का ही सुनना पड़ता है, तभी लाइफ सक्सेसफुल हो जाता है। आप ना बोलेंगे तो अनसक्सेसफुल हो जाता है। तो कभी भी हाँ बोलते रहो, तो ही ज़िंदगी में अच्छे आगे बढ़ेंगे और अच्छे साइंटिस्ट बनेंगे, अच्छे प्रोफेसर्स बनेंगे, क्योंकि नहीं सुनेंगे तो आगे जाके कुछ भी होने वाला नहीं है। ये जो इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस डॉक्टर उद्धव भोसले सर ने ऑर्गेनाइज़ किया, संजय घोड़ौत मैनेजमेंट ऑलवेज सपोर्ट कि जो भी ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स है जो बेनिफिट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स रहने दो, बेनिफिट ऑफ द फैकल्टीज़ रहने दो, उसके लिए हम ऑलवेज सर हेल्प करते हैं। 24/7 365 डेज हम उनके साथ रहते हैं। तो आगे भी जाके ऐसे अलग अलग कॉन्फ्रेंसेस ऑर्गेनाइज करो, उसके लिए जो भी मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से हेल्प लगेगा तो हम वो 100% करेंगे। ये मैं मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से उद्धव भोसले सर को ग्वाही देता हूँ। और ये 2 दिन आप कैंपस में, आई थिंक 2 दिन है ना कॉन्फ्रेंस, तो 2 दिन कॉन्फ्रेंस आप अच्छी तरह से उसमें नॉलेज गेन करो और कुछ ऐसा करके दिखाओ कि लोग फरियाद नहीं फिर याद करेंगे। थैंक यू वन एंड ऑल।
Thank you very much, sir. Now, we would like to felicitate our sponsors for this international conference. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Omkar Mhatre and Mr. Ajinkya Bamne from Yes Bank. Omkar Mhatre, Indo Acres Private Limited, and Mr. Ajinkya Bamne, Yes Bank. I request VC sir and Registrar sir to felicitate both of them. Thank you, sir. Honorable dignitaries on the and off the dais, colleagues and dear participants, gratitude is the memory of the heart, and today our hearts are full. As we conclude this inaugural session, it's my privilege to propose the formal vote of thanks. First and foremost, our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Vinayji Sahasrabudhe sir. Your insights on the global culture and your roadmap for Vikasit Bharat 2047 have provided us with the perfect compass for this conference. Thank you for challenging us to look beyond language and focus on sustainable governance. A special thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Anish Kumar. With your 38 years of wisdom, you have reminded us that in the age of algorithms, AI, values and culture building remain the ultimate currency. Your presence has added immense intellectual weight to this summit. I extend my sincere gratitude to Honorable Dr. Bhanu Chaudhary sir for being here as a keynote speaker today. I would like to profoundly grateful to our trustee Honorable Vinayakji Bhosle sir for his unwavering support of academic excellence. To our visionary Vice Chancellor, Professor Uddhavji Bhosle sir, thank you for being the lighthouse that guides Sanjay Godawat University toward innovation. Our thanks also go to our Registrar, Dr. Vivek Kainde sir, for his constant administrative support and encouragement. To the pillars of this conference, Dr. S. Gomti Madam, Dean of Faculty of Commerce and Management, our convener, Dr. Vilas Balgavkar, and Dr. Revati Deshpande, your leadership has turned a concept into this grand international reality. Finally, to our participants, faculties, researchers, and students, you are the reason we are here. Your commitment to solving the challenges of our century is what will truly build Vikasit Bharat. Thank you to the technical team and the student volunteers working tirelessly behind the scenes. May the deliberations of the coming sessions be as enlightening as this morning has been. Thank you all. Before we proceed further into our deliberations, let's take a moment to honor the spirit of our nation and the values of unity it stands for. May I request the Assembly to kindly rise for the national anthem.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam, Sufalam, Malayaj Sheetalam, Shasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhrajyosna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Thank you. Please be seated. The next session starts here in 5 minutes. I request you all not to leave this hall. I request all participants to be here. Do not leave this hall. The next session will start in a minute.
लॅपटॉप